I'm Hokey Joker.
Bedroom.
Green Lantern.
And welcome to Just Us Bros Podcast.
Okay. Hey, back to Just Us Bros Podcast. And as always, I'm Hokey Joker.
Bedroom.
Green Lantern.
Flashman.
And guys, look at us. All four of us on screen. You know what we are? We are fantastic. And the only villain that we hate the most is when you don't like, comment, and subscribe. And who's the biggest villain for the Fantastic Four?
Robert Downey Jr. didn't comment, like, or subscribe to any of our videos yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
He'll get there.
Yeah. So Dr. Doom, and with this new Fantastic Four movie coming out soon, that's a lot of ground to cover in what's supposed to be a 60-set movie in 2020. So Robert Downey Jr. is back as Dr. Doom. How do we feel about that?
Honestly, when they announced that, I think that when they said Robert Downey Jr. was going to be him, my initial reaction was, holy shit, they're bringing him back. That's cool. But now that I've had time to mellow on it and think, I'm thinking, could this be a sign of the MCU realizing that they are out of options and like, let's bring back one of our biggest moneymakers and pay him all this money to try to save us? So what do you guys think?
Cash grab.
Well, I think they already did that with Deadpool 3. If you think about Wolverine coming back, Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. If you think about Chris Evans, just the theater we were in hearing the applaud just when Chris Evans came on screen, not knowing the plot twist that was about to be, but just Chris Evans being on screen, people were excited. Like it was kind of a low point in the movie. People got excited. So I think they saw with.
Can I say I called that cameo in our What to Expect in Deadpool video?
Did you?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Let's bring it up right here.
I think he's going to do both, but I think there's a real possibility he'll come through and he'll be like, "Oh my God, Captain America!" He's like, "Captain America, no!" And then he catches on fire. And oh, you're the bad one.
Anyway, but yeah, I think, especially, I think it was strategic in the fact that it was announced soon after Deadpool 3 came out, soon after everybody was on the hype train of Deadpool with the returning actors, and then announcing I guess really, I guess if Deadpool is Marvel Jesus, what would that make Tony Stark? Because he started it. Does that make him Marvel God? Because he started everything?
But he technically didn't start everything Blade did. Anyway.
He's Marvel's
Michael.
Yeah. I like that.
There you go.
But now is he Lucifer because he's the fallen angel?
No, he's lost for money.
Doomey Jr. didn't. Well, you live long enough or you die. Wait, what was that quote?
You got this. Come on.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Well, Marvel resurrected him and they actually turned him into the villain.
But if you were Robert Downey Jr., though, like you've come out and said, I'm not interested in playing this character anymore. My chapter's done. That was at Endgame. And now here we are, 6 years later? How much money has Marvel thrown at him to bring him back?
Well,
probably 80 million for both of these movies, I would bet.
How much did he lose by being out of the MCU for that time, though?
That's true.
I mean, that's the other way to look at it.
How much did the MCU lose with him being out of it? But I mean, as far for me, when it comes to that, like the same thing happened with Wolverine. Like he's like, hey, after Logan, Hugh Jackman. After he's like, I'm retired that character. I took it as far as I could. Then he saw Deadpool. Was like, oh shit, I want to be in that movie. I want to team up with Deadpool. I don't feel like it's the same with the MCU. I think it's or with Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr. And personally, I don't like the way they went about it. What they should have done, in my opinion, if they want him as Dr. Doom, that's fine. Don't tell people. Just come out and say Robert Downey Jr. is back. Leave it at that. and then like have him be Iron Man because that's probably what they're going to do. Tony, you're back, Iron Man, blah blah blah, and then see him turn heel and then blow everyone's mind instead of just at a Comic-Con panel. That's going to
Then
be,
they
and you don't make any money from it.
So are you saying that's going to be the MCU's Doctor Doom origin story? Is it's going to be Tony Stark, not Victor?
No, what I'm going to say is don't say Tony Stark is back. Say Robert Downey Jr. is back in the MCU, but don't say who he's playing.
But how
But
did
you
that
just-
work out? It was the opposite situation, Iron Man 3 with Sir Ben Kingsley, where we all thought he was this big bad, and then he was really just a figurehead. And to me, that was in the moment was like, ha, that's funny, but also you killed the character of the Mandarin. Like you just completely ruined that. So it could have bombed like that did, in my opinion.
But again, like that could have been such a good moment. It's like when they go into the Doctor Doom, not Doctor Doom, but whatever that Avengers Doom thing is called, and it doesn't show Robert Downey Jr. in the Doom armor. It just shows Robert Downey Jr. And in the movie, it's revealed that he is Doctor Doom. It could be a mystery of who is this Doom character. And I get what you're saying, but I mean, it's Robert Downey Jr. I mean, he is Iron Man, and he gets a lot more clout in the MCU than Ben Kingsley did.
Well, because of what you just said, though, if they introduced it like that, I'm playing devil's advocate here. The common moviegoer is going to be like, "Oh, hey, Iron Man's back. Cool. What is Iron Man doing? Wait, what? Why is he doing this with a different? What is he? Huh? He's a Doom. What?" I think that would just confuse like the general audience. We would understand what was going on because we deep dive into this kind of stuff, but unfortunately, I think they're trying to make this pander to more than just the nerds at heart and just try to get everyone that's, after dinner on a Friday night walking by the theater, hey, oh, hey, cool. That guy. I know him.
But Deadpool panders to us hard nerds because I mean, even with the Gambit cameo, it's like where'd you come from? I don't know. I was born here. I'm gonna make a name for myself up in here. Like he admitted that he never got out of that of the void. So Deadpool Wolverine was made for hardcore comic book movie people.
But it was also made for casual people.
Yeah.
Yep.
The fourth
And-
wall, the poking fun at itself, the 10,000 cameos that, yes, they serviced fan service, but it also,
Yeah.
it was for the casual person too.
But I'm saying that Channing Tatum hasn't been in this MCU for 10 years as someone, and then
Yeah.
he just showed up and now you were going to say he's someone else. So for his actual origin story for him, as if he is Victor Von Doom, how do you think they're going to go about this? If it is going to be a Tony Stark variant, if it is going to be Victor Von Doom, but raised as a Tony Stark ideal, like he was trying to protect the entire world, like put the suit of armor around the world, and it was just the Victor Von Doom that had Iron Man ideals that he took too far, like they couldn't stop him like they did in Age of Ultron, or maybe I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, we don't know for sure that this is happening on Earth, whatever that the Avengers are on, or whoever, So maybe this is him portraying Victor just as a different person from a different world, maybe.
Are you saying like how Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was to Tom Holland's?
Yeah.
They look very different and are the same character, but
Yeah.
they can look similar, but be different people.
Yeah. I mean, it happens in every multiverse. I mean, look at the Deadpool Corps.
Look at
One
Johnny.
of them came from a different planet.
Johnny Storm, the Captain America, but they're two different people.
Yeah. So maybe that's the route they're going.
What do you think, Lollipop Pop Chainsaw Juliet?
I mean, I think Flashman's got a point there. I mean, look in Deadpool and Wolverine. Chris Evans was the Human Torch, but he also looks like Captain America. So why can't Doctor Doom look like Iron Man, but be two different characters? So I'm thinking he's universe hopping, looking to right the wrongs of the Earth that was destroyed, like Logan's Earth was, and he comes to our Earth, and everybody thinks it's Tony, and it's not.
I hope that's the route that they go. I hope, because again, Iron Man, Tony Stark got his heroic ending. I don't feel like, as much as I wanted to see him come back as a variant, as much as he they ended his story. As much as I hated that they ended his story ended, and it needed to stay ended, or else I guess
Desecrates the grave in the beginning of another movie, singing "Bye
pretty
Bye Bye" to
much,
it.
pretty much. Which now that that's happened, I mean anything goes. But I personally would hope that it would be a variant that just looks like him. Maybe he has no idea who Tony Stark is. Maybe he's from the Fox universe and he just happens to look like Tony Stark. And yeah,
So we're going with this is an original Victor Von Doom from some other universe, but none of Tony's ideals that Robert has done. Like he's not a Tony Stark. Like this is a Victor Von Doom. It's just
Yeah.
Tony Doomy
He just
Jr.
looks like
playing
Tony.
Victor Von Doom from somewhere else.
yeah.
That's what I
Kind of
hope.
like in the CW, Brandon Routh playing the Atom, then also playing Superman. And they even nodded like, you look exactly like my cousin. And then he shows up later and looks like Superman. And it's like, okay. But you believe that they were two different characters played by the same actor. They nodded to it like, haha, it's funny. I think it would be something similar to that. But I hope if he's going the full Doom route, he has no remnants, no similarities, nothing like Tony Stark. But as an
Because
actor, how does he get out of that?
We're gonna find out how good of an actor he really is.
So
I mean he could pull it off because that might be a challenge for Doomy Jr. here to I've been Iron Man. I'm not gonna play Doom as I did at Tony Stark. Which I mean it can be done. But yeah.
He's going to be the dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.
Oh wait, no, that guy's gonna be Kang, and it's coming up soon.
Well, I was
What if
getting ready
Doom
to
is
ask
a
you about
Kang
that.
variant?
I don't think so. I think that Kang failed so bad for the MCU that they tried to bring in, Marvel Michael.
Do you think, Flashman, that Doom was in the plans before stuff went down with Jonathan Majors and Kang and all that?
I think it's plausible. I mean, they've got a 10-year plan of all the movies and stuff
Supposedly.
they're putting out. So I mean, it's plausible. Yeah.
they did that with the first Avengers. I mean, at the end of the movie, when like everybody's defeated and they turn and it's Thanos, it's like, oh, they could have done the same thing once Kang was defeated. And it was just manipulation by Doctor Doom or something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, to me, I think it was because of the actors' issues. They actually had to change a lot because we were preparing for Kang Dynasty before Secret Wars, but if they had to take another route, which they did, it makes sense because Doom was the main baddie in Secret Wars, which is coming out after now. What was formerly Kang Dynasty is now Doomsday.
I'm
Is it
wondering.
really called Doomsday?
It really
The
is.
Avengers Doomsday, I think.
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm wondering how they're gonna sort of sweep that plot point away, like the end of Ant-Man, Quantumania, where they were all like in the Roman Coliseum, like yeah, and then what's
Well,
gonna,
look at the movies that we know for sure are coming out between now and that next Avengers in what 2027, 26.
Here they are right here.
Yeah, we get the new Fantastic Four, right? That comes out
Which is-
before.
That comes out next year, but that
Yeah.
is also a movie that is based in a different universe, like a futuristic New York, but set in the 60s.
That's stupid.
Captain America: Brave New World, which is still set in. This is 616, right?
yeah.
Marvel Man, yeah. We still have Captain America coming out, which I don't know how they could. They could surprise me. I guess they could lead into that somehow. The Thunderbolts, that's coming out too. I think these are the only ones I know for fact because we've seen trailers or press or actually seen them working on it. So,
And I will say from the clip, because they like people release like stills from Comic-Con, like that Fantastic Four. I like the suits, I think, but like pictures of Galactus out there. Spoiler.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but like that's pretty big to go from normally fighting Doctor Doom in the 3 movies to going Galactus. So
Didn't they already do Galactus?
they
They
Well, not
touched
in
it, but I don't
MCU.
think they actually went hard at it. No.
yeah.
no, they actually like showed like pretty comic book accurate Galactus. But I'm just curious how that will link to Doctor Doom and what way as far as Robert Downey Jr. goes with that movie.
Well, if he's going to be part of the new Fantastic Four first steps, if he's that Victor Von Doom, then somehow all of those guys are going to get transported. Okay. All those guys will be transported to the MCU present time somehow. That would make sense. But I guess they wouldn't be able to do that until Doomsday or maybe Secret Wars.
So if they do that, would we get like a Doom Patrol and all the Dooms from the other planets come in?
I don't know.
I,
What if he still has time travel like in Avengers Endgame?
yeah. Wouldn't it be plausible then?
What if
Yeah.
he has time travel?
Doctor Doom. Like, what if it's Banner?
Was he wasn't in Endgame though.
No, I'm saying, but Tony Stark, like they had time.
This is
travel.
Victor. This isn't a Tony Stark we're talking
Not
about. This
Tony
is Victor.
Stark.
There's time
Yeah.
travel in the MCU. Who's to say that when Captain America threw away his time thing, Doctor Doom didn't find it?
And all I'm saying is sling rings are a real thing. So Channing, Gambit in that deleted scene had sling ring in his ass. So hopefully he got out of there before Ezreal ate his ass. So
do you think?
I think it's
Do
possible.
you think they're going to lean more on other returning actors? Like, obviously, it's going to be some contention if Doom shows up. Looks like Robert Downey Jr. Looks like Tony Stark. I mean, you've got the Spider-Man relationship. He's friends with all the OG Avengers. So Ruffalo, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth. Do you think
Chris Pratt.
they're all going to? Chris Pratt.
But do we know if
Uh,
they're actually coming back to the roles? I mean, is it confirmed?
I'll
Well,
say this. I'll say this for two things. Thor, like Gio was about to say, he's not done. So Thor's still
Right.
going on. The other ones, I hope this is not a stepping stone to keep bringing back more people as in different roles because that's just gonna
It's
dilute the
Beat the dead
pool.
horse.
and after a while,
Yeah.
get stale. It's like when they did it with Wolverine. Oh my god, no, Robert Jr. Because I feel like when they released the video, people were like, "Yeah, well, what? Oh
What?
yeah, oh yeah." Like it was sort of a
That's what they
roller.
wanted.
It was definitely a roller coaster.
Yeah,
Are they wanting us to have these conversations and to question it and be like, I don't know if I like this or not?
free marketing. We're not free marketers. We want money.
Or do they think we're stupid and we're just
Subscribe.
going to like, oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
Well,
I mean, I'll admit I was for the first 24 hours when that happened. I was like, holy shit, yeah. And then I was thinking, wait a minute.
I mean, I'm gonna watch the crap out of whatever movie comes out. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
I think y'all have converted me back to enjoying Marvel. So
well, Disney does think we're dumb because look at the last couple movies they put out, and they're like, "You'll watch,"
Deadpool.
That was put out by Disney technically.
and it's many plot holes. It's holes. It has holes.
They've tried expanding. I got to give them this. They've tried expanding to bring lesser known characters and even newly created characters from the comic books to the big screen. However, the majority of fanboys out there or fangirls out there want to see the major big players. They want to see Hulk. They want to see Thor. How has Hulk not gotten his own movie in the past 20 years almost?
that's
As big of
coming
a
up.
character. But still, how's it taking that long?
Is it a
But I digress. People want to see Thor. They want to see Hulk. They want to see Captain America. They want to see Iron Man. And I'm speaking for myself. Ant-Man's cool, but does he deserve 3 movies of his own? I like Paul Rudd. I like his portrayal as Ant-Man, but 3 Ant-Man standalone movies, like, no.
The first one was entertaining. The second two were just horrible.
Yeah.
Well, the
Oh,
problem with the second two, which most of the new the next gen MCU characters are, is they made those movies
To
as pretty
introduce
much
them, right?
long trailers for other things in the MCU instead of Ant-Man was the intro for him to the MCU, but it was an Ant-Man movie. Ant-Man and Wasp kind of explained a little bit. I think they were trying to get ready for Thunderbolts by introducing that ghost chick. And then Quantumania, obviously that was technically to introduce Kang, but that movie was basically like a trailer to introduce something in the future instead of worrying about what they're doing right now. I think that's been the problem with most of the stuff we've gotten in the past 2 years is they've kind of like been long trailers for what's coming in the future instead of worrying about what we have now.
yeah. And like Black Panther too. Like Black Panther was a character I wanted to see more about. I know the actor passed away. That sucks. Black Panther 2, I didn't care about as much because
Not
I
at
don't
all.
care about his sister.
And
Like-
yeah, I mean, I'll say it
I-
here too. I really wish they, as much as Chadwick Boseman knocked that role out of the park, they should have recast it and kept Black Panther in the MCU because, yes, it's understandable. That was a good way to say
Hard on
goodbye
everybody.
to
Yeah.
Chadwick, but at the end of the day, the character for the MCU was it did some things that I think he could have been great
Yeah.
if he was still able to continue in the MCU.
Can I say a controversial topic that you guys might find controversial?
That's usual.
I think on the whole, Black Panther 2 was a better movie than Black Panther 1. But I liked Black Panther 1 better.
No.
But what
No.
why would you say two was better than one though? What would be your reasoning?
There was a lot of emotion behind all the performances. Yeah, there was things that I did not like about it. I mean, like I said, I like Black Panther 1 a lot more than 2, but the emotion, the portrayal.
You just now said you like 2 more than 1.
No, I said it's a better
No,
movie.
he said better movie.
Okay. Okay.
I'll defend him on
Okay.
this.
All right.
No, but just you could tell that they felt like the actors were putting more into it because of Chadwick Boseman. I did not like Ironheart. I didn't give a crap. You know, who played his mom? She gave one hell of a performance. Everyone did. Like every scene, you could tell they were on the verge of tears. It was gritty. You know, it felt really intense emotionally. And that's why I think it was a better movie, and it had a longer lasting impact on what one person meant to that franchise. Versus Black Panther 1 was a lot of fun.
So I'm going to ask you this.
Yeah.
Was it needed?
I don't think it was needed.
I'll say that because they took Black Panther out of the MCU, I guess that it was needed. Yes.
Yes.
But if they hadn't done that and just recast it and did something else, I would say we could have
Done without.
done without. Yeah.
The storyline just, I mean, I get that the actors were emotional. They were honoring Boseman's legacy as the character, but I didn't care about Shuri. I didn't care about Ironheart, as you said. I felt like they missed the mark on Namor. Like
No more.
he was Namor. No more, Amor. He was cool, but he didn't do it for me. Versus Black Panther, the first one, nothing to me. I mean, I'm getting chills thinking about it. The dialogue and the fight scenes between Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther and Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger, and
Yeah.
the emotion that they had there and within the story, I don't know. I think the story was better in 1 too.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying I liked it more, but you know how some critics are. That's a great movie. It can win all these awards. But you watch it, and you're like, I guess it's a good movie, but I didn't like it. It's something like that. I appreciate it for what it was, but I didn't like it as much as 1.
It's one of those stereotypical second movies is never as good as the first one.
There are a few exceptions, as we know. Empire Strikes Back.
But would it have been as good or better? Obviously, the storyline would have been different if Black Panther Chadwick Boseman was still in it. Do we think it would have been better with his involvement if that were possible?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah.
But again, would it have been needed?
Well, I think the story would have been completely different.
It definitely would have because Coogler was talking about how the story would have still been about grief, but instead of people losing Black Panther, it was the grief that he lost 5 years of his life because of the snap and how he's coming back to all these different things. But also to piggyback on what everyone was saying, man, we really got sidetracked, but this is still good stuff. If instead of Shuri becoming Black Panther in the sequel, if M'Baku became Black Panther and then he was moving forward, I think that would have worked a little bit better. Because he already had so much backing and I guess character development in this first one, and then
But
it was
isn't
a
it
little
a
bit more in
bloodline
the
thing?
second one.
Was
No.
he It's not bloodline? Oh, okay.
Remember they fight at the cliff.
Yeah.
That's how it's decided. Okay, I thought it was a bloodline thing.
And he
Yeah,
already
no.
had a strong presence
But I think
as
I
an
just think-
actor too. I think.
yeah, charismatically, I think that M'Baku would have been better choice as a Black Panther.
Yeah, but how many quippy superheroes are already in the MCU? Did they need another one who was a smartass?
Are you talking about Shuri?
No, I'm talking about if M'Baku was.
Baku.
I think that's
You-
MCU's bread and butter, and he wasn't even that quippy. He was hilarious, but like naturally hilarious. I think.
But are we tired of the Marvel? It has to be funny for it to be successful. I mean, I'm not saying go DC dark and go the gritty route, but I feel like every Marvel movie has had to have that jolt of comedy to make it successful.
It's all about timing, and it doesn't need to be forced.
Yeah.
Like the goats and Thor. The first time I know
I
I
was
mentioned this on
so
multiple podcasts.
annoyed.
First time it happened, I'm with the audience like, that's funny. The screaming goats. Then they kept doing it. I'm like, okay, that's not funny anymore. You killed it,
I mean, Guardians 3, I thought that was successful, but that one wasn't really funny.
dude. I cried.
Yeah, I was about to say a fucking raccoon made me cry.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
that sort of goes away. Like, it doesn't have to be funny to be successful. I mean, I think.
But are there more funny ones than there are?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems to me, being as I'm coming back into Marvel, they've all had that more comedic tone than they have the storyline driven. I want to get the information to you, but I'm going to make you laugh the entire way so you don't think about the other information. If that makes sense.
And that's a whole nother podcast we can talk about where directors need creative development for their movies.
and
Because
may I put something in as well? What they
that's what
need.
she said.
What may I make a suggestion for what else they need to put in to make a good movie?
Us,
Heart. Yes, us and Heart.
Kevin Hart.
Yes. Well, you are Kevin Hart. No, but if there's a passion behind it, if your crew feels the passion, you're going to have a good movie. That's why I think, like I said, Black Panther 2 was a better movie than Black Panther 1.
I honestly think fans should be co-producers, or they should have some sort of group where fans help these producers come up with the fucking stories.
like a focus group.
Yeah. I hate to say, yeah, but
Hey,
you
hey,
can tell when it's messed up.
If Kevin Feige wants to give me $50 to sit in a room for an hour and come up with ideas, I'd be like, okay, let's do it.
I wouldn't even ask for $50. Just
Yeah.
feed me. You know they eat good.
I would sack her after that shit. Get $250.
But okay, what were we talking about? Doomy Jr.
Doomy Jr.
Well, doesn't he have ties to Wakanda in one way, shape, or form?
Who?
Vibranium. And his suit,
Who?
like vibranium or something.
No,
I don't know
I
if
don't think
it's
so.
I don't know if his helmet's adamantium or
Oh,
vibranium.
it might be adamantium.
Yeah,
Maybe. Also, I think Captain America: Brave New World is going to finally introduce that the Eternals. Remember that movie that no one remembers?
Never watched it.
That the big
Thing in the
crap.
sky or thing in
The
the
hand, yes. The Celestials are made out of adamantium. That's how adamantium gets in the MCU.
But they're gonna explain it and be like, oh, and they're gonna not ignore it like they did in everything else.
Well, I think partially the plot for Brave New World is a race to the celestial body for adamantium that is made out of.
This says it's made out of titanium and nuclear energy, but I swear in some story or some iteration or a cartoon or something, it was either vibranium or adamantium.
Well, doesn't he also get it melted to his face?
That was Leo DiCaprio in the Man in the Iron Mask movie in the 90s.
Yeah, it's permanently
I mean-
bonded to his skin.
Honestly, I think in the MCU, I think they're going to make it adamantium. Probably more so than vibranium, I would think.
What's
Well-
stronger, adamantium or vibranium?
Vibranium.
Well, it depends on the writer, I guess.
Like if
it depends on
Black
if you like
Panther-
Wolverine or Captain America more.
yeah, I was gonna say if Black Panther had vibranium claws and he went up against Wolverine with his adamantium claws, who would win?
The audience.
It's true. The only thing Black Panther doesn't have regenerative capabilities and Wolverine does.
But he does have the kinetic suit. That,
Yeah.
but
That's true.
one thing
Sure.
one thing I am thinking though about with Doctor Doom, he does have magical capabilities. Does this mean he's gonna train at the Carmitage and like get some magical abilities like Wong and Doctor Strange have?
Lightning bolt.
It depends on if they go into his backstory at all. I mean, that's what the ultimate decider is going to be. Or are they just going to throw him into the mix of being with all the baddies and doing Secret Wars?
He probably doesn't need
Yeah.
a little skid ring either.
Yeah. I
Also,
like
I just thought of something too. Another, I guess, bad point for announcing this so soon. Like, we probably won't see him until maybe the Fantastic Four movie or Secret Wars. But now everyone's going to be expecting to see him in everything that's coming out now, or expecting Robert to be back. And like, why is he not back yet? Why is he not back yet?
Yeah.
Like, this might backfire too. You're gonna be like, we're tired of waiting. We're done. Screw you guys. You're making us wait too long. Like, heaven forbid another writer strike happens and they have to delay these movies for another 6 to 8 months.
Yeah. Where's my Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse 2?
3, I
Part
mean.
two.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh yeah,
part
that
two.
part, the part 2. Which
Where
honestly,
is that, by the way?
we
It
should have
better
had that
be
6
soon.
months ago. We should have had it 6 months ago. And I don't know. Are they trying to wipe it under the table because they are, you know what, Kevin, Mr. Feige? Just give us a great Christmas present this year. Give us the part 2. Oh wait, that's Sony, isn't it? Make Sony give us part 2. Please.
They bought Sony, didn't they?
I don't think they did.
Because Sony, I think Sony still has the rights to like a bunch of Spider-Man stuff, like Craven. Where's that at? Even though I'm not going to
Oh,
see.
Christmas.
Oh, Venom 3.
I'm excited for the movies that are coming out, to be honest. Like Craven, I mean, yeah, it's not exactly an A-list character, but I think it'll be an interesting take from what he was Scarlet
Quicksilver.
Witch's Quicksilver, yeah. So I mean it'll be an interesting take on him as a different character.
Like, I
Well,
like the
What I'm
casting.
hoping out of the casting,
How
which is
much?
what I'm hoping out of RDJ.
How much of Sony's audience is actually people saying, "I want to see this movie," versus, "Oh wow, let's see how much worse they're getting because they went from Morbius to Madam Web to let's see how bad Craven is."
Well, again, that comes back to our next podcast topic, giving the directors creative freedom and not making it be a trailer for the next movie coming out.
Yes.
Same thing, the reason why Amazing Spider-Man 2 did not run well. I really wanted Andrew to have his third movie, like before No Way Home.
Yep.
But it was just that second movie, they promoted the shit out of it and tried to put so much into it that was going to be for the next movie instead of focusing on the movie they had right there. God, that hurt that so much. That's still a
His dad's
bad.
alive. He's got the secret base in the
Oh
subway.
my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. But
Is
anyway,
Tom Holland still Spider-Man?
Yes.
Spider-Man 4 is coming out soon. Yes, yeah, but we
With
don't
Tom
know when.
Holland.
With Tom Holland.
Because I thought he at one point said he wasn't playing Spider-Man after the most recent one.
I thought he was taking a break for a while. Like he
That could have
retired.
been that could have been AI talking to.
It's true. I'm AI talking right now. Y'all haven't even noticed.
Or like in to Drew's point though, it's like just like at the end of Green Lantern when Mark Strong puts on that yellow lantern ring and nothing happens after that.
That's true.
Oh my God! What if Mark Strong had become was the Yellow Lantern in Deadpool 3 with Wolverine? That would have been the funniest thing in the world.
They wasted him. I mean, he was a perfect Sinestro. They wasted that.
He was a good Dr. Savant too.
Well, maybe James Gunn will see that.
Savannah, not Savant.
That's what I said. I'm not hearing it.
No, no. Maybe James Gunn will see that Mark Strong could come back as Sinestro and give him a redeeming arc right there.
The Mark Strong Corps. They can all team up. He can play every member of the Legion of Doom.
No.
Country
You know what?
road.
You know what I
Take me
think actually
home.
happened for the casting of Doctor Doom? Like, somebody told the casting director, "Hey, go get that guy from Oppenheimer," and they grabbed him instead of Cillian Murphy because I think that he would have been a great Doom.
Yeah.
But
Man,
But he
Yeah.
doesn't have the physicality of Doom.
Got them eyes.
He
Them
definitely
weird-looking
got the
eyes.
crazy eyes.
once he puts that suit on, like just like Anthony Starr was like, "The suit is my muscles. Screw you guys." He's not doing the Henry
Put the
Cavill
suit on,
Warhammer
hit the
regime.
button, or pull a SpongeBob, inflate him.
Yeah,
would we be talking about it this much if it was anybody but Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom?
Tom Holland was playing it. I'd be talking about it pretty damn hard.
if Sydney Sweeney was playing Doctor Doom, I would be talking about it.
Gary Busey.
Yeah, but going back to Tom
I would
Holland,
watch it.
Doctor Doom can't be intimidating at 5'2".
Oh my God, Terry Crews.
Oh my God.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Dr. Doom.
We need to do
Dr.
some
Doom loves yogurt.
AI pictures of Terry Crews as Doctor Doom.
What
That
about
would be scary.
get
Here they
Arnold,
are right here.
get Arnold Schwarzenegger to play Doctor Doom? Tommy,
There's one problem with that. Doctor Doom was very intelligent in the comics, and you could understand him.
well, so was Bane, but look what they did to him. And Batman.
Which time?
Yeah. Which time?
And Batman and Robin.
Oh, side note, did you see who all has been cast for World War Hulk?
I didn't even know it was coming out.
I didn't either.
I thought that was like a fan cast or something.
Mm-mm. No, it's on IMDb right now.
Is what's his name going to be in it?
Ruffalo, Eric Bana, Edward Norton,
Really?
Ford, Sam Elliott supposedly coming back, Tim Roth,
Alvarado.
Benedict Cumberbatch, John Krasinski, Don Cheadle, ScarJo, James Spader, Paul Bettany.
How can
Like
Scarlett?
if this, huh?
How can Scarlett Johansson be in it?
Maybe it's a
Like,
cutback
Different
or
character.
something like that. A different, yeah.
She's Mrs. Doom.
It's a Hulk movie.
But like maybe it's a memory or some shit.
Didn't she have a thing with the Hulk?
That's what they led to. I mean,
In Age of Ultron, yeah, they teased it.
Well, they also teased him having a son, and
oh yeah, that ugly thing. Yeah,
yeah, your favorite one, She-Hulk. I
Think
like
I-
She-Hulk.
I bet you did.
You like Muscle
I
Mom?
did too.
Nothing wrong with the muscle mommy, but when they did that one wrong.
All right, let's end on positive. What are we looking forward to?
Friday.
All right. Looking forward to that. These movies will never, ever end.
They need to end because I gotta go home and take a nap. But I'm actually really am looking forward to Captain America: Brave New World. And as everyone already knows now, that Red Hulk is going to be in that movie because the fucking trailer showed it.
And it was cast before even the trailer came out.
Yeah, I hope that Sam Wilson can defeat him without having to call Mark Ruffalo's help, because if he does, I don't know how I'm going to feel about him being Captain America if he can't just handle it himself without Super
Right.
Soldier Serum. But he needs
Was-
to do it.
Yeah,
There too.
I was gonna say he doesn't have super soldier serum.
He doesn't. But if he can do it, if he can handle Red Hulk without regular Hulk's help and without Super Soldier Serum, I think that's how everyone gets behind him being the new Cap.
That's gonna be
Like,
tough.
he needs
Though.
to
And,
he needs to
Be a hell
command
of a fight.
he needs to command that movie. But I am looking forward to that movie.
and I hope
Especially
he,
considering Red Hulk is stronger than the Green.
yeah, and I really hope he doesn't win the day by giving a lecture like he did at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Hey, sometimes words are better than fists, okay?
Not in a comic book movie.
I am a comic book movie.
Not in a Godzilla movie. Not in a King Kong versus Godzilla movie.
And
Well,
what
how else
versus
are you gonna
Godzilla?
King Kong.
Well, how else are they going to put the actors they paid for in the movie if it's supposed to be about a lizard and a monkey? Got to give people talking points about stupid stuff. So, what are
Yeah.
you looking forward to? Actually, did you say what you were?
I mean, let's just see what they do. Surprise me. There's always that chance.
I'm
Flash
looking
Man
forward
suspense.
to seeing the other characters, whoever's left in the Marvel universe, respond to Doctor Doom's face if it's ever showed.
The
Showed.
strongest scene will probably be when Tom Holland Spider-Man sees him, and he's gonna be like, "Mr. Stark."
Mr. Stark, and then he slaps him across the floor or something. Like that's not Mr.
Yeah,
Stark.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking forward to. I mean,
Now you're looking forward to these movies again because we put you back on the.
I am looking forward to the characters. I don't know that I'm looking forward to the movies. Let me say it that way. Marvel and Disney, you either love it or you hate it. It's one of the two. And I'm walking that gray area right now where I'm starting to really enjoy it again. So I guess I'm looking forward to the characters.
Yeah, but if you see a steep drop off where you're like, oh, that doesn't look good, just do a swan dive off of it. Make it your own personal water slide too.
Aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes. That's another cast topic. Do trailers ruin movies?
That's why I stopped watching them.
Most of them do. The new Sonic trailer showed me the entire freaking movie. I didn't even want to watch it, but it was where I was scrolling and I saw it.
All right, guys, that was our thoughts on Doctor Doom, Black Panther 2, everything in the MCU. Is it funny? Is it not? What's your opinions on that? Please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'm Hokey Joker.
I'm going to play Marvel Ultimate Alliance now.
I'm Green Lantern.
I'm wearing pants for once.
Oh, I'm not.
Stand up, prove it.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, wait, I am.
Y'all want to see that? Y'all want to see that?
All right, bros. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you want to talk about in the next cast. Until next time, guys. Cheers.